Hey Janae. Hey V. So this video is going to be a little different. I'm just going to start right away because you're here. So it's going to be like a Q&A. Hope you like my little fountain. This video is going to be about the journey. So if you have any questions about the journey, let me know. So I'm going to get right into it. Janae, if you want to say something, because a lot of people have been talking about twin flames, so I thought I would do like a Q&A video and dispel some rumors, some false information. So first of all, a lot of readers do videos, I want to say like every day, almost, or every other day, and they talk about divine masculine, and they'll literally like say the same things over and over, you know. And they'll literally, yeah, exactly, Janae. And it's just like, I'm like, why are you saying the same things over and over? So, you know, some people won't like me saying this, but I am going to say it. Like, if a reader is doing twin flame videos every day or every other day, they're creating a codependency. Hi, Mary. Thank you. And Janae, my moderator, will chime in because she knows all about twin flame and twin flame experience as well. So, yeah, going back to what I was saying, please don't watch videos every day because that creates a codependency. And first of all, they're general readings. You know, nobody is going to be talking about just your energy in a general reading. So unless you get a personal reading, they are just collective messages like a horoscope. Exactly. And then people that make their prices so exorbitant, like crazy, $80 for a general reading video for 20 minutes or 2 questions and $50. Like, that is craziness, okay? Nobody should be paying $50 for 2 questions. Like, that's insane. Like, one of the lessons, exactly, Janae, one of the lessons is to be able to read yourself. Okay, so if you want to talk to a reader to get a confirmation, that's great, that's fine, you know, but please do not be paying like hundreds of dollars for readings because that's just greed right there. And people that are like, oh, I have to do this work on you, and if you don't do this cleansing, you're not going to be with your twin flame. No, that's another subject I want to bring up. Because you could cleanse yourself doing different things, such as taking a bath, taking, you know, sage and cleansing your area, your space, yourself, using Palo Santo wood, meditating with your crystals, walking in the park, being in the fresh air, putting your feet in the ocean. Yeah, those are scammers that are like charging you exorbitant amounts of money to cleanse, or, oh, I need to focus on your energy to help you and clear your energy. No. I'm doing this video because I'm tired of people emailing me, asking me like the same questions and, you know, feeling like they're not going to be in union. Yeah, exactly, Janae. Twins are destined to be in union. Negativity could delay but not deny. Okay, so this is a divine union, and you're going to be in union with your twin flame. That is your counterpart. So once each learns their lessons, then you guys are brought back together. If one person is not learning their lesson, then, that's why you have this blocks, okay? But if you feel bad energy, you could clear it yourself. You don't need to be paying people for candle work and all this stuff. There is a big difference between karmic, soulmate, and twin flame. Yesterday. It's another good point. Some people are in karmic relationships, and it's not a twin flame relationship. If you are having major issues for years, hey Tara, hey everyone that I didn't say hey to, thanks for coming. So if you're having major issues for years and your relationship is just 99% bad, that is not a twin flame relationship. That is a karmic relationship. Because twin flame relationships start out in love. Things happen, but it's not like all this negativity, all this pain constantly and going on for years. No, that's probably a karmic situation, toxic relationship. So divine masculine could be toxic when they're not learning their lessons, but that's a different story. They don't go out of their way to cause pain. Like, they don't go out of their way to disrespect you and hurt you. Okay, there's a lot of situations where divine masculine are in karmic situations. They're in abusive, toxic relationships with abusive women, and that is not a loving situation. That's a codependent, toxic, unhealthy situation that nobody needs to stay in. So if you're divine masculine, yes, Janae. So if your divine masculine cheats on you, for example, or, hurts you and doesn't, think about it, that's like childhood trauma, and that's like a lot of issues that they need to resolve. But if your divine masculine is like constantly cheating, constantly, hurting you and saying mean things and just not being nice, like 1% niceness is your relationship, that is not a twin flame relationship. I don't tell people about their situation because, number one, they don't want to hear it. Number two, that's not for me to say, but I do read the energy, and I can tell you this much. If you're in a toxic, abusive relationship, that is not destined from God. Why would God want you to be in an unhealthy relationship that makes you depressed and miserable every day? So twin flame relationships are complicated. Oftentimes, separation happens because one person is not being good for the other person, So then each goes on their own journey to understand self-love. And then you come back. Okay, so everybody's like focused on readings. I want a reading, but no, you need to sometimes understand the twin flame journey, understand the dynamic, and it's not just about, getting readings every day and watching readings all day long. And that's another thing. Do not watch readings all day long because you're not working on yourself. You're not loving yourself. You're not having a journey. So people have a lot of obstacles because each person has to learn lessons. Twin flame journey is all about learning lessons and self-growth and getting on your spiritual growth. So you learn the most from your twin flames. You meet and then something happens because you're supposed to be focused on your journey and lessons. Sometimes twin flames separate because you're not focused on yourself enough. And thank you so much. I'm really happy you enjoy my reading. So separations happen oftentimes in twin flame relationships because you're too focused on the divine masculine and you're not focused on what you're supposed to do. When divine femme is doing what they're supposed to be doing, They're trying to get their career going. They're, working. They're have outside activities, hobbies. Then that's all about self-love. Thanks, Felicia. Yeah, if you are not healing yourself, that's another good point, Janae. Because you have to heal yourself before you could be in complete union. So if you come and go and it's in and out energy, first of all, your divine masculine could be having to heal something, or you could be having to heal something, or both of you. Okay? Yeah, exactly. Like, you have to do things to make yourself happy. You have to live for you. Twin flame relationships is an addition. Unconditional love is an addition. You should be loving and happy on your own. If you're depressed and you're not happy, hey, Femi. If you're not happy and you're depressed, then you need to look at yourself and think about what you need to work on, because nobody else is going to make you happy at the end of the day. And no amount of money is going to make you happy at the end of the day either. So think about what you want to do in life and stop worrying about everybody else. And that's another lesson that's hard, because, twins, they meet each other and you both become consumed with each other, and that's very intense energy. So sometimes you have to separate, because if somebody's repeating cycles, then they're not learning. Yeah. Exactly. No one's going to love you like yourself. So if you're putting up with toxic behaviors, then you're not learning self-love. If you're not putting your foot down, if someone is disrespecting you, ghosting you, cheating on you, that person could be your twin flame, but they're not learning. They need to heal themselves, because you guys cannot have a stable foundation or a stable relationship based on lies or cheating or dishonesty. So the universe will separate you guys. So when that separation happens, it's very upsetting, of course. But then you have to start thinking about, what do I have to do? Yeah, both have to be aligned. You both have to be on the same page. You both have to be awakened. Oftentimes, divine masculine are not awakened. And that's why you have this in and out energy, because they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with the intense energies. So, yeah, that's basically major things that I wanted to say. So if anyone has questions about this journey, me or Janae could answer it. But yeah, make sure you keep doing you and exploring what you like. And don't wait around and sit around for people, to live your life. That's another lesson. You have to live your life. All right. So if you're chasing somebody, that's another point. Do not chase. Because if you're going out of your way to contact someone and they're never responding to you, or they're never reaching out to you, that's a red flag. Number one, that other person's not. So if one person is not awakened, sometimes soulmates come into each other's lives. But yeah, men don't want to be chased anyways at the end of the day. A true man will go after what they want. If a man is not calling you, they're not interested in you, or they're focused on something else, or that they don't want to be bothered. If a man wants to be with you, they're going to reach out to you. So soulmates could come into your life to help you enjoy yourself. Friends could be soulmates. But at the end of the day, if you're in a true twin flame relationship, Janae, yes. If you're in a true twin flame relationship, you're not going to want anybody else, to be honest. If you're healed, oftentimes divine masculine are with karmics, or divine feminine are with karmics to learn lessons. They're there to serve purposes. But then soulmates are around that they have deep connections with. You or your divine masculine could have deep connection. But at the end of the day, you're not going to want to be with a soulmate. If your divine masculine or your divine femme is on this earth with you, at the end of the day, soulmate relationships are going to be for like a minute, because you're not going to want them. Like, something's going to happen. The universe is not going to keep you together. Exactly. It's impossible to be with anyone else. If you're a true twin flame, no other relationship is going to work out. It just isn't, because you're meant to be with your twin flame. And a lot of divine masculines are now realizing this, that nobody's going to replace the divine femme. They're never going to be happy. They're never going to feel comfortable. Okay? And that was a lesson that they had to learn. So everyone's on a different path. Everyone's on a different timing with this twin flame journey. Yeah, at the end of the day, you won't like anyone else. Exactly, Janae. So if one person's married and then you meet your twin, it's like you guys are going to be pulled to each other, and that marriage is not going to last. It's going to fall apart eventually. Divine Femme, I feel like I know you. But, yeah. Not everyone is close to union. Not everyone is far from union. Like, this is something like a personal reading would have to decipher. But the thing is, you would know that you're close to union. You would feel it. So for my collective that I read for is a very specific collective most of the time. It's like the same collective that me and other readers, like Twintuitive 1717, she reads for a similar collective. If you're watching readings and one day they're saying one thing, so another thing, yeah, everyone is different point in their journey. But another thing, if you're watching readings and one day the reader says a completely different story and they're saying it's the same collective, that reader is really just like doing stuff for, views. So I would be careful who you watch. Thank you, Felicia. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. And shout outs to Ming as well. Shout outs to Ming. So I really appreciate your donations. So, Felicia, if you want to email me later and you have a one question, please feel free. I really appreciate your donation. So, getting back to what I was saying, yeah, you're not going to want anybody else. So if you want somebody else, thank you, Felicia. If you want somebody else, then that person is not your twin flame. I hate to say it. Because you shouldn't be in love with anybody else. If you're in love with somebody else and you're like being in love with other people, then you're probably in like soulmate relationships. Because once you meet your twin, you don't want anybody else. You just don't. And anyway, if you try to be with a soulmate, that relationship isn't going to last. So yeah, but be careful who you watch, because some people are very wishy-washy and you're going to confuse yourself. So that's why I tell people don't watch a million generals, and if you want to stick to like one or two readers, then you do that. Hey, Mac. Yeah, they just want money, because readings shouldn't change drastically. Like one day you'll see readers, the divine masculine is afraid. Oh, the divine masculine is coming, and then you'll watch their reading and it'll be a completely different story. These are readers that are just clickbait, basically. Yeah, the energy does not change that much. Hey, Ange. So just be aware of these things. All right. So I will be posting like sun sign readings soon, and I will be posting some later today. And I hope you guys like stay uplifted. Yeah, exactly. Be careful of that, because twin flame karmics and soulmates are completely different. So be mindful of readers that are talking about twin flames and soulmates in the same. Twin flames and soulmates are completely different, okay? You only have one other twin flame. Yeah, a lot of readers are karmic, so just beware. And they come off thinking that they're divine femme, but they're not. And they're here to persuade you, to mess you up. And if someone says you should contact this person, and I would not, because the divine masculine needs to contact you. Now, if you are in somewhat communication and you aren't like on bad terms, then it's okay to talk to your divine masculine or send a card. But if you haven't heard from your divine masculine in forever and you've left on bad terms, I would not advise you to reach out to your divine masculine, because your divine masculine needs to reach out to you and apologize and talk to you. Okay? So just be careful with that. At the end of the day, masculine energy, it's in their nature to chase. So it's in their nature to chase and want to go after the divine femme. All right? So don't chase. No matter what, they're going to send you a text message or email you or find a way to call you. Exactly, Janae. We always say the same things. And if you're dreaming things, you know, those are messages from your angels and spirits. So they will find courage, and they will find a way to call you and talk to you. Yeah. At the end of the day, they will. So you let them come to you. I wouldn't block. So thank you, Tilly. YouTube, like, stop for a minute. But yeah, don't block. Don't do that. And I will be doing a full moon video. That's like a separate subject. But yeah, just focus on you. Let them come to you. And yeah, YouTube is being annoying. So I'm going to end the video because Mercury retrograde energy is still here. But I just wanted to give a chit chat. And thank you again, Felicia. Sending you love. Yeah, Mercury retrograde is still very strong. So